Hey, I'm Brandy, and whenever I'm in Mississippi, I'm kicking it with Kixie 107.
I don't like how everybody talking about how Brandy looks sickly. You would be sickly too if your mentor, the man in control of all your money and your finances, passed away. The man that's been keeping all your secrets locked and key passed away. Jermaine Dupri just now finding out he owed $18 million. All the secrets is starting to be exposed. And when Whitney Houston passed Brandy that note, she swore to never reveal what Whitney Houston put in that note. She said she gonna take it to her grave. But best believe Clive Davis know, cause it wasn't nothing that man didn't know. And now that he gone, people connecting the dots between Whitney Houston passing, Brandy's brother, and how she felt like she needed to protect Ray J from Whitney Houston because she knew that Ray J would have ended up dead or in jail if he would have continued with Whitney Houston. So a lot of people had it in their best interest, allegedly, to get Whitney out the picture. And they're claiming that Brandy was one of those people. Brandy and Ray J don't see eye to eye to this day because Brandy know that Ray J was doing a lot of pillow talking with Whitney back then, letting her know what Clive Davis, Brandy, and Monica had planned for Whitney. She let Brandy know in that note that she knew everything. And if things didn't go down that night, everything was gonna get exposed. Her relationship with Mace, Shine, all them rappers she was sleeping with, all the dirt she was doing behind the scenes allegedly. There's even claims that Monica put it down on Clive Davis. Even though these are all rumors, we know for a fact that when Ray J left that hotel room after Whitney Houston passed away, everybody was looking at him like he was guilty.
I first seen this, and I saw the news, and and I'm sorry, please excuse me, I just have to come out and say this.
Please.
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face. Some reason, he knows somebody that sells drugs, and he was buying them for Whitney, from what I know, and giving her drugs. I want to know why this boy was allowed to do that.
I don't know why, but I always had a feeling things was gonna go downhill for Whitney Houston ever since they first planted Brandy on her.
And I have been sitting here waiting for her since I got here. I'm like, where's Whitney? Where's Whitney?
A 16-year-old Brandy barely able to contain herself.
I just hope she's nice to me and she likes me. Hey, baby girl!
Only extra with this amazing video, the superstar surprising her biggest fan.
Where you going? Don't you start crying and carrying on and stuff. Come in with your little pretty self.
Fast forward about 40 years later, they trying to send Brandy back to where she came from. They honor her in her hometown, but it looked like she found Whitney's personal stash. I don't like how people making fun of Brandy. We don't know what's going on. She old. Maybe she just healthy. Maybe she eating all her veggies and her greens, no carbs, no meat, no nothing. She might be a vegetarian. But whatever it is, I'm happy that she's still alive. Regardless of what happened with Whitney Houston, y'all gotta treat her like a legend because that's what she is. Brandy, people gonna say a whole lot of crazy things about you, but you always gotta remember that you don't pave the way for Beyonce. She paved the way for Ashanti, all the octotone singers out there.
Brandy Norwood is a staple in R&B music. Last night, she came home. From McComb to sitting on top of the world, Norwood grew up on these streets, in this neighborhood, in this town. She made it big. Some thought she would never come back, but never say never.
Brandy's never forgotten McComb, and McComb has never forgotten Brandy.
Have you ever seen downtown McComb like this? It was packed, making it clear they want to be down with Brandy. It was the first of McComb's Live at 5 events. Local artist Mr. Sip opened the show and had the crowd moving before Brandy ever hit the stage. Then came the honors. Brandy was recognized at the city, county, and state level with her mother, Sonia, right by her side. Pike County gave her a key, the first time the county has ever done that.
So it's not a Rolls Royce, but it's Pike County. And that's good enough for me.
Rolls Royce, any day.
But Brandy gave something back. She donated artifacts to launch a new music museum opening here in 2027.
So these are from the set of Moesha. Moesha Meets Brandy, season 4, I believe. Those were given to the Iron Horse Music and Heritage Festival. We have her very first album signed on vinyl, and we have her very first doll, which her mother, Miss Sonia, always wanted her to be a doll, and there she is.
Through her foundation and the McComb School District, Brandy is also donating instruments to Higgins Middle School, the same school her mother graduated from when it was a high school.
Brandy coming back, showing all the kids and older folks that you still can be successful. You just got to give your life a chance.
McComb's music legacy runs deep. Brandy, Ray J, Bo Diddley, and more all call this city home. Organizers say Live at 5 is just the beginning from McComb to the world. Darius McCormick, 3 on your side.
I feel for those people in Brandy's hometown. The rumor is they was trying to do everything in their power to stop an alien invasion by appeasing the others. I don't know what's going on with Brandy, but those same people honoring her gotta realize that she did black people a disservice when she did that Cinderella movie. Whitney wanted to be Cinderella, but they figure if we let you be Cinderella, they gonna be wondering where all this magic dust, what's this fairy dust? They weren't trying to get no copyright, no lawsuits with Whitney Houston being Cinderella. So instead, they let Brandy do it. But when she did it, it had a lot of people in their feelings.
Brandy's performance as Cinderella made a lasting impact on a generation.
This is my dream and it's come true. I finally get to work with Whitney.
And while Whitney Houston was memorable as her fairy godmother, she originally wanted to play the princess herself, and later decided the glass slipper might fit better on someone else.
It took 4 years to bring this project together.
Yeah.
And I stuck with this project for 4 years. And until I decided that I wasn't going to be Cinderella, and that I would be the fairy godmother.
Who are you? I'm your fairy godmother, honey. You? You got a problem with that?
There's been rumors for a long time that Whitney Houston slapped the taste out of Brandy's mouth during the filming of Cinderella. Y'all know like I know, Whitney Houston loved her African American kings, and when Brandy decided that she would rather have an Asian man play her love interest in the movie, that drove Whitney up the wall. She couldn't believe that Brandy sold out in the worst way possible.
This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I have to see this movie.
You do. Please watch it November 2nd. ABC, everything. This is great.
Hollywood Boulevard was blocked off for Cinderella's premiere bash, which made way for Brandy and Paolo's majestic carriage ride entrance.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This is the greatest moment in my whole life.
It's too much. It's all too much for me.
Whitney and Brandy gave E.T. their reaction after seeing the finished movie.
Standing ovation, applause after every song. You guys must feel fabulous right now.
I do.
How you feel, honey?
I feel fabulous.
I feel fabulous.
Is it everything that you dreamed it would be sitting in there tonight?
Yeah, it is
and more.
for me.
Really. I'm so proud of her. She did so good.
It's sort of like when the Norwoods came into the picture, that was the end of Whitney's career and eventually the end of her life. Before she even met Brandy, she was on top. And then her little brother is the reason why a lot of people believe Whitney Houston passed away. If she would have never met Brandy, if she would have never had nothing to do with Ray J, it's a possibility that she would still be alive.
It would be the last performance of her life.
We are learning more about the final moments of Whitney Houston's life.
10 years later, we're still grappling with the loss of one of our greatest stars and the tragic circumstances of her final days. Here's the timeline. Wednesday, February 8th, Whitney was spotted leaving her doctor's office in Beverly Hills. She was treated for a sore throat.
Whitney headed back to her suite here at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. She was in town for the Grammy Awards. But later that day, witnesses said she was acting strangely and wandering aimlessly in the lobby. They said that she looked disheveled, smelled of alcohol and cigarettes, and her clothes were mismatched.
Thursday, February 9, Whitney crashed a TV interview with her mentor, Clive Davis, and singers Brandy and Monica. Her hair was dripping wet.
Why are you wet? I'm a swimmer all day. I do 2 hours a day.
Later that night, Whitney surprised everyone by joining singer Kelly Price on stage at a Pre Grammy party. No one could have imagined the end was near. The final images of her were taken as she left the party. Her hair messy, her face sweaty. Saturday, February 11. In the morning, Whitney spoke with her cousin, Dionne Warwick, on the phone. She was so up and ready and happy. She had everything in the world to live for, Dionne would later say. Later, Whitney ordered lunch from room service, a burger, french fries, a turkey sandwich, jalapenos, and champagne, which she finished in the bathroom. 3:43 p.m., Whitney took a bath, but her hairdresser became concerned that she'd been in there for so long. She knocked on the door.
When she didn't answer, she went in and found the superstar face up in the water-filled tub. She and the bodyguard pulled Whitney out, called 911, and frantically tried to revive her, but it was too late.
As Whitney lay dead on the 4th floor, a pre-Grammy party went on downstairs. You can actually hear the music blaring while the Crime Lab team was parked outside.
I swear, it seemed like them people in Hollywood ain't nothing but vampires. They was dragging her body out, and they was still in there singing, dancing, drinking, celebrating, and they knew Whitney passed. They turned up even more when they heard that she was gone. They wasn't looking forward to her being down there, all over the place, sweating all in their drinks. Clive Davis said the party must continue, and they kept on partying. The band kept on playing. They kept on drinking. They was doing a mean two-step when them paramedics was taking Whitney out the building. Then after the fact, they wanted to do interviews, making it seem like they were so sorry, so sad. Well, you ain't so sad when you got a drink in your hand. They sat down with Brandy to talk about Whitney, and it seemed like she was trying to keep from laughing.
What many of her friends told me at the time, and I interviewed many of them on this show, was that you couldn't underestimate how big a blow it was to her to lose the voice, the power that she had, the inability in stage shows to hit the big notes anymore for I Will Always Love You and so on. As somebody who still can, do you understand what that feeling must be like?
I understand what that feels like. I don't understand to that degree, but I understand, you know, because I feel like when I don't have my instrument, I don't really have me.
It is what you're about.
Yes, it's almost who you are, you know. Of course there's more to you than your voice, but that's what you use to share. That's what you use to give. It's your purpose. It's what you were born to do.
And to lose that must be the worst thing.
Yeah, it probably drove her insane. It probably drove her insane.
Where were you when you heard the news? And how did you hear it?
I was actually in the same hotel that she passed in.
At the Beverly Hilton?
Yes, and we were all getting ready for the Clive Grammy party, yes. And I was in my room getting ready. But the strange thing is right before I started to get ready, there was this guy and a paramedics guy in the elevator. And they were like, hurry up, she's not breathing. And later on to find out they were talking about Whitney, I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. And my mom calls me and tells me that she passed. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, you know. And I fell to the floor in tears and had been crying for weeks and months after that.
Really? Yeah. It hit you that bad?
It hit me. It just hit me in ways I can't even explain.
In that interview, you couldn't convince me that she was crying for weeks. She ain't have no remorse on her face. She looked like she was happy about it, talking about it, like it was exciting or something. Now Clive Davis gone, and her secret's about to hit the fan, allegedly. Y'all gotta realize, the reason why they was doing all these interviews with Brandy after Whitney Houston passed away is because they was trying to cover up everything, make sure everybody involved look innocent, look like they was Whitney's friends, make it seem like they cared or they was concerned about the woman, when you can clearly see that Brandy really ain't give about no Whitney. It seemed like she was happy Whitney was out the way, to be real. That's the way I took it. I could be wrong, man. Cut the music. I ain't trying to feed into this too much. But Brandy need to feed into something. Looking like this, a steak sandwich, a turkey sandwich. Somebody get her avocado or something.
Every time I see Whitney, I lose it because she is definitely the greatest teacher, the greatest voice of all time. And just to have her support just here today is amazing because she's been doing this longer than we have. 30 years this year. Yeah, 30 years this year. Yeah, so just to have her support and her love, she's just like an auntie, like a big sister, you know, and it just felt good to have her advice and everything that she gives and brings to the table here today. It was great.
So many don't know how loving she really is.
Yeah.
She's extremely loving, and when so many things were happening in my life that weren't in favor of me reaching my full potential, she was always there pushing me. And I think that it made it feel good when she was in the audience, just reminding us, helping us with sound and doing different things today, because their expertise, hers or Mr. Davis's, it can't be found anywhere else. Those are things that you learn with time and with true perfection and being around legendary people for a long amount of time. So this is the one place that we would want to reunite. I think that it just happened so perfectly, and like you said, the timing was just right. Yes.
Whitney is here as a civilian this year.
Right.
She grew up with this party. I mean, her career launched at this party. I would say she must have done this party maybe 8 or 9 times at different stages, whether it was the bodyguard, whether it was Waiting to Exhale, whether it was, you know, My Love Is Your Love. And then, so every year she loves music. This is all about music. So she's in the audience really. And of course, these two young ladies are very special to her, so she even came down to their rehearsal and came to give us a little pep talk as we're doing this today.
Everything gonna be all right. Rest in peace to Whitney Houston. Brandy, we love you. Regardless of what you going through, you gonna be all right too. She gonna make it. Y'all say y'all prayers for Brandy. Don't be talking about she about to be telling the tales from the crib. People waiting for her memoirs and things. Let that woman do what she doing. They honored her in her hometown. She got a museum down there. Ray J knowed he was wrong. They can't even look at Ray J. He know exactly what went down with Whitney Houston. Them family reunions gotta be all crazy. They whole family done cause more pain than the damn Trump administration. Maybe if they just confess all the stuff they done did, they can get their health back. Ray J sickly too. I just can't call it. Everything you heard in this video is alleged allegations, speculations for entertainment purposes. Let me know how y'all feel about this in the comment section. And one more thing before I go.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T. that you want, and my music hit so hard, make you say, oh my God.